Hi, this is Lora Murphy. Welcome to my studio. A lot of people have been asking me to have a look at my process, how I work with encaustic. As you may know, I do contemporary portraiture and encaustic, so I'm happy to show you how I work and what I do. Basically, I work upright on an easel. As you can see back here, I use a hot griddle. These are the colours that I use. It comes actually in a set from Encaustica. It's called the Lora Murphy set. Oops, that way. There's 19 colours and then two little squares. Now these are a mixture of beeswax and microcrystalline along with pure pigment. The microcrystalline gives a wonderful a series of wonderful effects. It has slightly more open time. It's got a longer stroke. You can do a lot more with the paint layer once you have laid it down because it's got a slightly higher melting point than plain beeswax, and it also allows you to work on canvas if you wish to. So yeah, I think there's a lot of, I've always used microcrystalline in my mix, and I love what it can do. So basically the colours, there are two darkest darks. These two are just the mixture of the microcrystalline and beeswax, the medium, which you can use to thin down your paint as you go along. But these are ready to use straight from the pack. You don't need to mix them any further. What you can do is mix them with each other. There's 4 shadow colours that you can see here. There's a green, a quinacridine, magenta, purple, and a transparent oxide red. They are all transparent, the shadow colours. This is really important. I kind of follow, I trained as an oil painter, so I basically follow the oil painting principles and I have applied them to encaustic. But this is, it works. For my purposes, it works really well. And then we have 2 midtones, and the midtones are important because they turn the form from the shadow into the light. It can make all the difference. And these are the colors I think that people stumble on the most. You know, sometimes the transition is too sharp from the shadow to the light, or it doesn't inform you of the movement of the plane. So really important. And then we have 4 lights, again beautiful skin tones which can be mixed with the other colors if you need to, you know, add more intensity. For example, to this color you can add a little of the halftone to it. You can add a little of one of the shadow colors. If you need to cool something down, you could add a little purple or a little green. And then there's 2 highlight colors. So basically you have your darkest darks, your shadows, your midtones, your lights, and your highlights. And then back here there's 5 colors that are mixing colors, including white. If you need to warm something up, if you need to cool it down, if you need a plane to recede slightly, these colors can do it all. So yep, that's wonderful. That's all you need. And then for brushes, I use long-handled hockey brushes. These are fantastic. They're hockey. They work really well with encaustic. If any of you encaustic painters know that you can't use synthetic brushes, so these are natural. They're they come in a pack like this, and then to fuse, I use heat gun. I use a Brenzomatic. I like this because it gives me a lot greater control, I think. It doesn't, you don't get those spurts of flame. You can get a very, very fine flame. Have a lot more control with it. I don't use a heat gun anymore. I did when I started many years ago, but I think once you try the blowtorch, you probably won't go back. And I use a plain razor for most of the scraping. Sometimes if it's in the background I use, you know, some of these tools. There's different tools that you can use if you need something a bit more precise. I like these little pottery tools also. They're just very, very tiny. If you wanted to, for example, you know, in an eyelid area or something like that, you need something precise, then that's good. But in general, I really like what plain straight razor blades can do. And yeah, so I think that's probably it. By the way, I have, if you're interested in learning more, I have an e-course that's coming out in the next couple of weeks, which I have worked countless hours on. But it's been really fun. So if you think that you would like to learn more about my process, and basically I can take you through the whole thing step by step, and you will get marvellous results. If you have a look at my teaching page, there are examples of what my students have done in the 1-day classes, and you know, there's 3 5-day classes also. But even what people can do in 1-day classes is just mind blowing. So I will be delighted if you would join us. So thank you very much, and see you there. Bye.